This is Sandy Tankis for Toss50.com, and I'm here today with Bea Davis, who we've heard from before when she introduced her wonderful book of poetry. Today, Bea is going to lead us in a book discussion. Bea is a former teacher, so she's done this before. And after she leads us through the introduction to the book, we're also going to post questions on the website that you can keep in mind while you're reading the book so that we can have a discussion later. And we will also have a link on the website below the questions to Amazon.com. And if you wish, you can purchase the book in that way through our website at Amazon, or you can buy it somewhere else if you wish. Good morning, Bea.
Good morning, Sandy. The first book I've chosen for this new book club is The Help. The setting of the book is Mississippi in the early 60s. Now, this was a time when the rules for black and white interaction were very, very defined. Blacks knew who they could speak to, when they could speak to, whites the same. And as a result, in this book, some problems arise. So that three ordinary women are going to step out of their usual assigned roles into a very different adventure. The first woman we'll meet is Skeeter. Skeeter is 22, white, just returned from Ole Miss where she graduated without that ring on her finger. Her mother is quite distressed about that and is hoping that that situation will be corrected very shortly and urges her on to this end condition constantly. Then we meet Abilene. Abilene is an older black woman who has raised 17 white children in the course of her working for white families. She's now involved with raising a little white girl of whom she is really very fond, but she's still very upset about the fact that her son died on a job while the white bosses just looked the other way and did nothing about it. Then there's Minnie. Minnie's reputation is one of being the best cook in the entire area. But Minnie has another reputation. She cannot hold her tongue. She says what she thinks when she thinks it. And as a result, she has gotten into trouble several times and lost her job. But she now has another job with another white woman who's new and doesn't know Minnie's reputation. But during the course of Minnie's working with her new client, she will find that this woman too has many, many problems. As you read the book and enjoy the wonderful writing and the dialogue, please keep in mind that Kathryn Stockett was raised in Mississippi, although she now lives in New York. And while this book may not be autobiographical, probably most of the events did not happen, they are colored by events that probably happened in her life. So read the book, enjoy it, and think about some of these questions which I've composed for you. The first question is that each of the characters in this book has a very unique persona. Is there one that you particularly liked or disliked? Why? Why was that so? Another character in the book is a woman named Hilly, a friend of Skeeter's. Now, she treats Skeeter and Abilene and her own maids in one way, treats others in a very, very different way. Do you believe that someone who can behave so abysmally toward one group of people can then be a very good mother and wife and loving in another area? Can one person have different personas based on whom she's with? And what do you think of Skeeter's mother? Do you think she's sympathetic or unsympathetic? What about racism? Is racism taught, or is it something people are just born with? Now, do you think that Minnie was right not to trust white people? What were her experiences that led her to this total mistrust? Skeeter, in her search for beauty so she could meet the right man, has many, many very strange kinds of beauty treatments, including one to her hair that you'll be reading about. What in the 21st century do women do to change and make themselves more beautiful in the eyes of the beholder? What was the worst thing you ever did when you thought about changing? Think about that. Now, how does Kathryn Stockett manage to make us see Aibileen as this wise and trusted woman? After all, Aibileen is just another maid. How does she accomplish that? And lastly, what do you think about the pie that Minnie made for Miss Hilly? Does this kind of revenge ring a bell about other things you've heard about servants and how they get even on their white masters, or even waiters in restaurants when they take your food into the kitchen? Is this the way people get revenge? What do you think? Read the book, enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Bea. Okay, so we're going to give you about a month, and then we will begin discussing this book. So you can buy it, as I said, you can buy it off the website at the Amazon.com. We do have a link there. And, I look forward to this book discussion. Hopefully it'll be the beginning of many.